Hi, I'm Tim Dowd. We're here at New York Comic Con, and I'm here with the star of the Clerks movies, Brian O'Halloran. How's it going?
Thanks, Tim. Thanks for having me.
So, Brian, what brings you here to New York Comic Con?
Well, you know, the Comic Con, I'm a big comic book fan as well, and I'm a big fanboy as well. So the Comic Con, I live in New York. It was a natural fit. I've done other conventions as well, promoting films and stuff. So a chance to come to the New York one was something I definitely wanted to do.
All right, very good. Now, I'd say probably most people would identify you with the Dante role in the Clerks and Clerks 2 and etc. But you've done a number of other films that maybe have not reached as high of a popularity. That's a good word. Vulgar and other films like that. Now, do you ever feel, I guess, typed into the way of the Dante role, rather?
You know, I do a lot of theater here in New York and in New Jersey, and that definitely gives me a chance to expand the type of character range that people know me in the film world as. The film world gives me the opportunity, you know, things like Clerks and Clerks 2 gives that open door for people to say, oh, I've seen your work. But then they see something like Vulgar or comedy that we just did called Brutal Massacre a couple of years ago, which is a fake documentary about the making of a horror film. And it gives more range to what I do. So I'm glad I'm able to feed my artist, actor hunger with doing theater a lot, actually.
All right, great. Now, you have a new film coming out, Calendar Girl. Would you like to talk about that a little bit?
Sure. Calendar Girl is a horror comedy. It was shot in Philadelphia, first-time filmmakers, written by a woman, Faith Brody, who was a college student at the time. It's about a guy going around Philadelphia killing a girl a month and taking the photos of the actual murder scene and making a horrid calendar out of it. And now it's November, it's going into December. He needs one more murder to fill his calendar. The cops are having a tough time finding him. And so what he does is he taunts the police by writing a personal ad in the paper describing who he's going to kill next. And so the next person he describes, this woman who works at the Aramingo Diner, which is a big famous diner in Philadelphia. She works there, she reads it. She's kind of a goth chick, into death and into, you know, darkness, and she's kind of flattered by it that she thinks she's the one going to be killed next. So now she's got to figure out of all her customers and ex-boyfriends and people she has interaction with, who could this Calendar Girl killer be? It's very, very funny. I make a cameo in it. Gilbert Gottfried makes a cameo in it. Corbin Bernstein has a cameo in it. It's a very, very good film. It's making the film festival circuit right now, so hopefully it'll get distribution and you'll see it in theaters or straight to DVD next couple of months.
All right, great. So basically a family-friendly comedy about, you know.
No, definitely not a family-friendly, but it's a comedy nonetheless.
All right, fantastic. Now, you mentioned recently, you were before the interview, that you just recently did a play at the New York Fringe Festival.
Right. We did a play called Submitted by C. Randall McCloskey, written by Ian August. And it's about a guy who is an actor who's having a tough time getting into the right auditions. So he creates his own agent. He pretends to be his own agent, which is completely illegal and highly unethical. But he gets away with it by getting some of his friends, and he does it just by being over the phone, this completely different personality that he, as the actor himself, as a person, really is. And so we had a two-week run at the New York Fringe Fest. We had a really great response. We sold out 3 of the 5 productions. We're hopefully going to take it to a full production, maybe down at the New Jersey Repertory Theater or somewhere else.
All right. Well, we hope to hear from that. If anyone's interested, where can they find out about this and anything else from Brian?
Sure. I have a fan page on Facebook, and also there's my own Facebook page, and then there's the fan page. So either one of them I link all the time. You can go on there, or you can follow me on Twitter, Brian C. O'Halloran on Twitter. I don't tweet as much as a lot of people around here do, but I tweet the most important things.
All right, fantastic. I just want to say thank you very much for your work, because I want to say that your work as part of these Clerks movies in particular are what kind of got me into filmmaking in the first place. So I want to thank you very much for that.
Glad we can give you that boost.
I'm Tim Dowd. This is Brian O'Halloran, and we are on The Take.
I don't know if you knew this, but there's a serial killer preying on girls like me.
It has been a horrific period in Philadelphia.
The Calendar Girl killer sent this letter to the press.
11 months, 11 female victims.
It's been quite a year. My calendar is nearly complete. And what kind of artist would I be if I didn't save the best for last? A dark loner, bitter yet somehow sweet. It's me.
Not funny, Ari. Not funny.
This does kind of sound a lot like you.
Who do you think it is?
Chris.
Phil.
Phil's a photographer. John came into the diner today.
Hey, Art.
What are you doing here?
I missed you too.
I heard he's been with like a dozen girls since we broke up. It's kind of disgusting.
He's obviously no one's fool.
Guilty as charged, sir.
This is an open and closed case.
What about that guy who pays you in buttons?
You keep all of that. It's a little more than 79 cents.
I hate you so much.
1, 2, 3, 4!
You work 2 doubles in a row to keep an eye on me.
Dangerous out there.
Bob put me on 3rd shift until they catch my secret admirer.
This is not a love letter. It's a death threat.
Do you think?
He doesn't just see these killings as killings. He sees them as a lead up to his art, if you will.
I need you in one piece.
What are you gonna do with that?
Oh, it's gonna be amazing.
Terrifying.
Yeah.